Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode with Pigeon Gaming here. Last episode, which is not uploaded right now, but soon be, I told you I had a new mic, a new headset, but yeah, so it's basically getting better quality. And last time, I can't really remember where we got up to, but I remember we had a really bad day, and we are still attempting to crack this game. So if you're getting bored of dying, then watch my Euro Truck videos, which aren't even uploaded. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. But watch my other videos if you don't like 60 seconds. But if you like me and you like seeing a good series and you're gonna see it and just be part of it until we finally get good, until we finally do well, then this is another video for you guys. Yeah, so let's get on with it. By the way, I've lowered the game for noise a bit, so if it is too quiet, I'm sorry. Water, the essence of survival, basis of survival, and atomic adventure awaits here in hell. Day 6. Oh god, how bad did we do last time? Day 6. 16, 20. I remember. So we're gonna try and go up to day 26. Yes. I just remembered that we had Dolores, and I think we sent her off on a scavenge. We decided to ignore any problems with the vents and focus on other problems. As predicted, all of us developed a nasty cough and had trouble breathing, but it got better the next morning. We don't know what the issue was, but the important thing is it's gone now. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. Where's the water when Ted needs it? Not around. Here's some water. One thing you don't expect is a band of people dressed in green, shouting green, showing up at your doorstep. They're claiming they take from the rich and give to the poor. That's exactly what happened to us. Should we let those clowns in? They might bring us some quality entertainment. Go on, let's see them taking people from. I want to see what happens. And they just stole some of our water. Oh no, they didn't. So, we had those weird people over. They were more than kind. They gave us a first aid kit, and we spent a lovely afternoon together singing and dancing, and then they left. Timmy is on his best behaviour, but how long will it last? Ted seems to be going alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. We don't need any of that stuff. We can keep sitting on our backsides here. We can keep sitting on the back here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it our own. The escaping part, not the running part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who could help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Well, I'm pretty sure if you want to escape, you might want to be pretty decent at running, but still. I don't know, Ted. Day 8, and I'm afraid that Dolores hasn't returned. We knew it! The government has not fallen, and they are coming to save us. They didn't give their exact dates in their radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to await further instructions. Timmy should eat something. No problems troubling Ted this fine morning. Give them some food. What's that sound? A galloping horse? We rushed to the door and we were greeted by 2 men dressed like they'd come from a medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding 2 rocks and hitting them against each other constantly, while the other one was skipping and pretending to be a rider. They said they were looking for some antique cup, but they got lost and were most grateful if we would let them check our map, provided we had one. But we didn't have one. Oh dear, Dolores is not back. They're both thirsty. Although we tried to decline politely, the guests were clearly offended. They galloped away, waving their wooden swords and screaming something about cutting down shrubberries. Absolutely crazy. We can't leave Timmy without water for long. This is not good, guys. Water, but we really need Dolores to come straight back. And Dolores is back. Yay! And she is hungry and tired. Did you seriously not get us anything other than water? Yep. Jump. Still, it's better safe down here than dead up there. We are glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. If we had to pick our favourite day of the week, it would be Saturday, before the bombings. Saturday was a time of relaxing and joy, like bribing Mary Jane with cookies, so she stopped playing the tuba, gossiping about the neighbours, and of course, bowling. Looks like the bowling alley is still standing. Yabba dabba doo. Desperate times call for all desperate measures, so we weren't surprised to see that someone placed water bottles instead of bowling pins at the end of the lane. We were sorry to ruin their setup, but we really needed that water. The venue had its own game room where you could relax after running around with huge heavy balls. Most of the games were missing or damaged, but we found one decent checkerboard with almost the pieces, guaranteed hours of fun. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. Nothing to report on Timmy. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores is really tired. Nothing going on to 10, nothing new anyway. Or you can have some food. Okay, you can all have some water. We didn't expect the phone call so soon after the atomic drop. Yet, here we are, and we can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be a public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? Timmy, go answer it. And Timmy's back. And he's still fine. And he's still... When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. Whoever had them. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging some information, and when the call was cut short, something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they'll get back to us. We're so afraid for Timmy, but he came back safe from the wasteland. Good. Nothing going on with Dolores has not eaten for a while. Well, you may have soup. Only Dolores may have soup. Timmy seems quite enthusiastic for the dip. Yes. Let's get Timmy. It's difficult to keep track of time down here, but at least we remembered it's Timmy's birthday today. He's growing so fast, we should get him something every boy wants for his... Which birthday is this again? We'll use the checkerboard. When we were taking cover in the shelter, we barely had time to grab anything, so the checkers set is missing half its pieces. It seems you can still play with one half since Timmy has been quite enjoying himself. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Dolores has not eaten for a while. There's nothing going on with her. Nothing new anyway. Dolores, you may have food. None of you can have food. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. Either way, it's time to choose the most able, most responsible person for the quest to gather more supplies. Timmy. Right, so Timmy's gone. Hopefully he'll get back soon. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. There's been some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted is really thirsty. Have some water. That trash can of ours is getting disgusting. The good news is we don't have much of an appetite when we see it, so we're saving some food. Yet for some reason we would like to tidy this mess up. Those giant green cockroaches are a pretty good motivator. Yep, let's use the bug spray. Spray. We dodged a bullet this time. That is if a bullet was huge, hairy, and with 8 legs, and had 8 legs and a glowing head. Hopefully we won't have to deal with them again. Everything seems okay with Dolores, and this is a calm enough morning for Ted. Good. We are closed off in a tiny shelter, and our supplies are very limited. If we want to survive, it's time to take desperate measures. We know there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. Let's go get them. They must have had some supplies, and in our opinion, we need them more. The well-being of your family is the most important thing in the world, right? No, don't hurt the elderly people. What are you thinking? Robbing innocent people? Absolutely not. That's what I told you. We are not savages. We cannot stoop that low. It's important to keep our values, even in these troubled times, especially in these troubled times. Let's set a shining example and leave those poor people alone. Dolores is fine and well as much as anyone. Yep, they are both good. No rationing today. The other day we heard a quiet knock on our door, but when we opened it we found a suitcase on our doorstep, and there was no one around. It isn't signed, but it sure looks like it was meant for us. Should we check what's inside? Yes, it may be water. And Timmy's back. Timmy is back, but sick. He got us some more soup and some more water. Good job. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he has came back to the wasteland and is safe with us now. Despite his rather calm demeanor, Timmy has gotten into a few fights before the apocalypse. His last victory was beating a kid named Ethan with a stick. Ethan's parents were furious and invited us over to discuss Timmy's behaviour, but before we could schedule a meeting, the world went to hell. During our trip, we found their house and knocked on the door, but no one answered. We decided to go in and investigate. These people were obsessed with tomato soup. So you're stealing from the people which Timmy beat up. Great job, guys. Oh, wow. Most of them were damaged, and all of the tomatoes, goodness, looked up, but some Behind remains their kitchen counter, we found some bottled water. It's not a favourite brand, but it'll have to do. Ooh, we got one of them. Interesting. Don't know what they're used for. New chapter. We found their garage empty. They might have gone on a vacation before the apocalypse. Maybe they even survived. They left behind a few suitcases though. We didn't think they would mind us borrowing one. Plus one suitcase. Our friends had a big, nicely furnished bedroom with an antique wooden closet. They must have been big fans of the costume parties. The closet contained a ton of different outfits and props, such colourful and fun people. Between the countless pieces of clothing, we found a fully functional gas mask. Now that is a good scavenge. Timmy should eat something. Timmy fell sick and Timmy is really tired. Yes. You should all eat. Well, you should all have some food. Have water. But Timmy, you need that more. Dolores is too exhausted, but we have Ted. But we don't really want to send out Ted. $2 is better unless we absolutely have to. You definitely don't really want to send out Ted. When we opened the bunker door this morning to let in some fresh radioactive air, we discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There was no note on it, and the neighborhood seemed pretty empty. Should we look inside? Yes. Never told us about the other one. Beard time. We gladly accepted this sudden gift, and despite our suspicions, it turned out to be a regular tomato soup that we all know and love. Thank you, kind stranger. Timmy is very hungry. Today is fine for $1. 10 is fine. Give some food to Timmy. Time to eat. Yeah. We don't need that. If you wanna read that, pause it. Day 18. We're still alive. Sick. So we got Timmy is sick and tired. Fred, Ted, who is hungry, and Dolores, who is hungry and tired. You need to rest, Dolores. Timmy is very hungry. Okay, you all need some food. No, we don't want it. Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. Well, hopefully this will all blow over soon and our life will be back to what it used to be, or else we might face dangers we never dreamt of. Oh. Day 19. Are you back? No. Why are you thirsty? Fine. Right. We're trying our best to remain calm. The situation we're in is far from normal, and we might never get used to it. We hope the help comes soon. We can't leave Timmy without water for too long. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores and all 10 workers for a few drops of water. You all need some water. But yet we can't take anybody out. Hear that? No, because no one is talking. Not a word in hours. None at all. We just can't stare at the walls. Walls could be interesting. No. We need to do something about it. Use the radio. Day 20, only 4 more days left to survive. And Dolores is back! Yay! Timmy is still sick, but Dolores is happy. Yay! She can go out and gather some more supplies. Ah, how fortunate we took the radio with us. We could probably listen to some music. They still play music out there, don't they? If we don't get anything, do anything about Timmy's sickness, it might get worse. Dolores is rested. Ted seems to be alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. No water for today, I'm afraid. Dolores is in pretty good shape. Let's plan an expedition, because some water would not help. It's been a while. You don't know much about what's happening on the surface. If we only had a chance to tune into the emergency broadcast radio and learn a thing or two, use the radio. Day 21. Okay, Dolores is happy, Ted is happy, and Timmy is sick and tired. We were able to get a weak signal, tap into the government's emergency announcement, and guess what? Great news! The fallout outside is mostly gone. It would be much safer to travel on the surface now. Timmy is still quite sickly. Everything seems to be okay with Dolores. There isn't much going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. Rations and supplies? No. We'll have to take Dolores. It's about time we chose someone to scavenge. Should we take the gas mask out? Yes, we might as well. Goodbye, Dolores. Oh dear, and Timmy is very, very thirsty and very sick. But we don't want to use that first aid kit, only on Ted, unfortunately. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Timmy has rested. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope you'll make it back safe and sound. Equipment use that. Ted should drink something soon. You may both have some water. Oh dear, we just remembered we planned on taking the trip south for 2 months. In 2 months. If it's still there, we're going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. That's when you're wrong, mate. Sometimes they do. Quite often. Day 23. And already drawing, and Timmy is sick. Sick. Radio. Cans. Interesting. We can make it work, even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat and to get there? We heard that's the best way to get to Europe. You've obviously been keeping a track on the news. Timmy needs an extra blanket. He is shivering all the time. Ted's not complaining. It's time to listen to some radio chatter. Maybe we should pick up some useful shred of information or how to get out of this mess. Well, might as well. The portable radio. Well, let's use it. Yes. Day 24, the final day. We'll read it, and then we'll go on to day 25, and that's what we're planning. But we're not going to read day 25. Nothing, and nothing. We could hear nothing, but annoying static. Better luck next time. Timmy is very hungry, and Ted is hungry. Have some hunger stuff. There's never a good time to go out into the radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will be a necessity in the new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later, and planned a trip outside before we could make the third step beyond the shelter doors. An unknown creature started growling at us. In the darkness, we only had a few moments to decide what to do. Nothing. We're still alive, and that is where we're going to end it for you guys. That has been probably, my last video is called the worst day ever. This has probably been our best day ever in the game. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, hopefully I'll make it out this fallout shelter. Fallout shelter? So I am Pigeon Gaming. You've been watching 60 Seconds. Thank you and good night.